Hello, my name's Leah. Thanks for listening today. These 6 lessons of life have led me this way. To start with lesson 1, I came home one day, so excited, so amped, on my big dream to play the guitar with my friends. We were making a band. I just knew it. We'd be famous, I told my mom, holding hands. In her response, she just nodded and quietly agreed. Any dream that's for me is a dream that should be. So she bought me a guitar, made me practice to par, from weekly to daily, even sometimes we'd spar. In this lesson, she taught me that big dreams take time, and big dreams need focus, especially mine. That dream didn't last, as she probably knew, but I learned lesson 1, work hard to see dreams through. Now it's on to lesson 2, lesson work, lesson do. Lesson you want something, you work for it. Lesson own a business too. Ran my first business at 10, we'd paint faces and wrap hair. My 2 sisters and I worked long days at the New York State Fair. We learned profits to hires, managed stock, rent, and pay. Our first business a success, cause we worked every day. Then our family took trips across all the states, seeing museums, national parks. Unusual way of life was great. Lesson 2 was now done. If you work hard, you can have fun. Lesson 3 taught me tons, like know your rights and protest one. My activism was sparked at a young age. When my school was unfair, they tried to never have snow days. Even when it was cold, like minus 20 degrees, us students would shiver from our fingers to our knees. So I started a rally. On Wednesday, we'd wear white until we got a fair snow day and we'd put up a fight. Our superintendent got a letter, of course it was for me, saying unethical policies have no place to be. We soon got our way. Our school was forced to fair play. Lesson 3 was learned, yay, and we got a fair snow day. Lesson 3 is you must fight for all that is right, because if you don't, all that's right will be won't. Even today I live close to lesson 3. I still protest and rally for all that should and shouldn't be. The next lesson was hard. It's lesson number 4. I was graduating high school and starting to explore. I was only 17 when I decided to go to the West Coast, the best coast, and leave all that I know. I had no family or friends on the other coastal end, but that soon changed. A great college life I'd spend. Next was Maui with my good friend. We hiked volcanoes and scuba. I wish it didn't end. But that completes lesson 4, and life always want more. Never settle for bored, just continue to explore. Lesson 5 happened in college, you see. I joined Gamma Phi Beta and worked hard with glee. I took job after job like VP and Pledge Mom. Then it's recruitment, flash mobs. Being president was never calm. At a camp called One Heartland, we supported kids like me, except they didn't have much, just passion and HIV. My heart ached for them. We just had to do more. We threw fundraiser after fundraiser. Through my presidency, I soared. We raised $100K for these kids in LA, but it's ironic to say they helped me in every way. I found new purpose in life, like it was whispered in my ear. I'm put on earth to help others. Also, I won Greek Woman of the Year. So that's the 5th lesson. Our lives are a blessing. To help others isn't optional. It's our ticket to heaven. Lesson 6 is a big one. I was always pre-law. I even studied for LSATs till I hated what I saw. So much greed, hate, and crime, and a system that's broke. It was too much to handle. I was suddenly woke. I hated this lesson originally at the time because I just got a degree and worked for a dream that wasn't mine. Now what? Be tough? Do what I don't love? I was stuck in a rut till I heard from my gut. It said cancel law plans. You know what's for you. You're a teacher. You know it and you know what to do. There were so many signs I could suddenly see. Through various points of life proved teaching was for me. For example, I taught dance at 16 and loved every bit from ballet to hip-hop teams. I taught sisters as Pledge Mom, campers at One Heartland, taught anyone and everyone, even moved to Japan. Oh yeah, I moved to Japan after hating law. I taught English and traveled, appreciated all that I saw. It was another exploration like I learned in lesson 4, but enhanced lesson 6. I'm a teacher at my core. I traveled to countries and cities and continued to teach the best time of life from the classroom to beach. Japan was for sure my final reality check. Be a teacher, get a master's, go back to the coast that is west. So that's lesson 6. Just cause it is, it shouldn't be. Just listen to your gut closely cause it whispers, not screams. So then I applied to UCSD, the journey of teaching I'd see, and pursue a master's degree. So now here I am, so ready to teach kids all the lessons I've learned through the mistakes that I did. Okay, let's review these 6 lessons to do. Number 1 is, of course, see your dreams through. Lesson 2 is work hard for all that you have. Lesson 3, you must fight against all that is bad. Lesson 4, go explore different countries and more. Lesson 5, we thrive when we put our needs aside. Lesson 6 is a big one. You must trust your gut, because if you follow life plans, you'll be stuck in a rut. After learning these lessons, I know what I must do. I must pass on my knowledge to my future students too. So it's time for me to teach, more like cry, beg, and plead for students afternoons to focus and read while I plant the thinking seed. If there's one thing I know from the lessons life gave, it's that never think you know all that's in your path to brave. Because right when I thought I knew all that could be known, I was guided elsewhere quickly. A path of teaching was shown. So who knows what's next? Maybe smiles or sobs. My biggest next hope is I get a teaching job. But regardless what happens, there are more lessons to learn in this crazy thing called life that seems to take drastic turns. But in hindsight, it's worth it that my life path rearranges, because teachers make thinkers and thinkers make changes.